So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL with the grand finale just a week away. It is the last chance for the teams to put points on the board in their bid to qualify to be part of the race next week. And for GT2, well, they've got the added factor of a very treacherously wet Tokyo East circuit to contend with tonight. It is the final week then of the regular season. It is our final endurance week and we are here at the streets of Tokyo East. And let's get on board with Oblivion Element as it comes out of the tunnel. We'll see just how wet this track is. So then here we are then. 8 weeks of racing down, one more to go. This is the last chance then to get those much required points to qualify for the grand final next week. Qualifying about to begin then. It is our fourth endurance race of the season then. And, we saw a couple of weeks ago in GT1. It is the turn of the GT2 boys to try their hand in these slippery conditions there. That's qualifying then about to get underway. In the chat already, good evening Harrison, Pagani, Eddie Cupflap, Royston and Owen. Please do like that stream if you haven't already then as the cars then start making their way out. Qualifying underway then, 15 minutes of qualifying tonight, of course, with it being the endurance week. One car is not leaving the pits then. So, here we are then, Tokyo East. It's all coming down then to this week then, last chance saloon. We do also have the Drivers' Championship to wrap up as well. That'll be decided tonight. And the man on your screen is with a very good chance then of claiming the Drivers' individual title tonight because his nearest rival Rom is not here. And so, John on the final week. Responsible. A quick rundown then of the standings going into this week. So then Ron then is leading the championship then on 244 points, blue flag in second through 235, so he needs to score just 9 points to overhaul Ron, and he will claim the individual drivers. But of course with it being an endurance week, there are more points on offer than usual, 40 points for the victory then, which means that Switchback in third place on 210 is not mathematically out of this then, in terms of claiming the overall drivers championship. Heavy favourite be Mr. Blue Flag, because he does have these conditions to contend with then. It's not going to make it easy. So we've got Homer in fourth, Lennon fifth, Joker, Derek, Bread, Dusty Fossil, Marley, Andy and Mikey then are your running order for the individual standings. And then the all-important team standings then. So then Brawn leading the way on 749, they are all but confirmed for the grand final. That's our BWT. The interesting fight then, the scrap is on for that final spot in the points standing. We'll do this in a minute, we'll go on with blue flag then for a lap then of Tokyo East. Long start-finish straight then. This will be the best overtaking opportunity. Look out for plenty of slipstreaming here. Of course, the tunnel means that this part of the track will be dry. Come out then onto the circuit for proper. They find the rain at the moment in the intermediate conditions. Now we're coming down towards turn one then. Top 172 then, down the gearbox to... Gets inside the wall there. It's going to be there from blue flag, turning a bit early. A bit of oversteer. And turn two as well. Two right-handers again. That one just kind of tightens like this. It's a tricky one. Speed is starting to build again. This fast and flowing section here. Right then, now this is one of the challenging sections there. We've got a dab on the brakes here, down a gear. Going to this blind chicane. Need to keep speed up there, blue flag, being cautious in these conditions. Trying to build again. Down here into the right hand, just to tuck the nose in then, against the wall. Over to the right hand side. Left hander, Oh, the track now around against those barriers, then start climbing up the hill. The blind right-hander then, that's all there. In your view, tightens in this part of the circuit, then quick flick over to the left. All that opens a little bit on exit. Struggling to grip then. See the rain starting to fall heavier than at the moment. They're on the intermediates, or lost them on the intermediate tyres. I think a braking marker then for this final hairpin. Very easy to go deep here. Blue flag has gone deep. Hairpin there. There is an apex there somewhere. There it is. Ooh, big twitch. Tries to get the power down there. Mikey behind him. You can see also struggling as well. Oh, blue flag getting very sideways there through that little kink. The rain's starting to fall, and if you look down to the bottom left corner where the tyre graphic is, to the left of that is a little bar going up. So that bar, as it goes into the tunnel, you see the white bar has disappeared. The circuit is now dry. The tunnel. That there is your gauge for how wet the circuit is. The blue flag is 212. Mikey goes faster than 211 just behind him. You can see there on the left hand side that bar going up and up. Now there's two little white lines in that kind of dictates what the conditions are, and it's just touching the line now where the wet tyres are going to be, well, the intermediates are going to be struggling. Let's see how blue flag does. Who's on what tyres then? So Mikey then is second. Those two first two, both Halford's cars on the intermediates at the moment. As you can see, that bar is just touching on the wet, so they are going to be struggling. So you see now the bar starting to go blue, which means it is now heavy rain. Olivia Element then, he is in tonight, so he's covering for Rom tonight at Team Rebellion. Second in GT3. He is third at the moment after the first week of him. Marlow in P4. A good week last time out at Watkins Glen. He's into the wall there though, and several drivers in the wall. Spins there. All the drivers on the intermediate tyres are struggling. I'm going to need a bigger boat anyway. I need a bigger boat. So the guys then, that was red there, I think, facing the wrong way. So these drivers have got to lap in on the intermediates, and that's going to be it for them. The track now getting wetter and wetter. Other than he is in tonight for Dusty Fossil, who is sunning himself in South Africa. P7 is in the championship hunt. We're all now all but assured. Qualifications. Owen's gone into the wall. Oh, switchback can't avoid him. So that's just how bad these conditions are at the minute. Joker is currently P8. Hodon then filling in for Derek tonight. He's in the chat with him, Derek. Brett has returned to the pits. Not liking these conditions at the moment. What do the Alfred boys do here, because they're struggling in these conditions now. So there's a legitimate chance here, unless the track dries out in the next, we've got 9 minutes, Mikey could be on pole. Lap then, currently 3/10 to the good. He's looking improving at the moment, not in these conditions anyway. So might that be it for qualifying? Might have just been the one lap and actually a lot. Bar is going to be key to watch tonight. That will tell you how wet the circuit is. See there, as he goes under that bridge there, the level of water just drops. It will drop again now. There you see it going up and down as he goes into a slightly drier part of the circuit. So yeah, that's something we'll need to keep an eye on then. Obviously the rain is will start. We're still going to have rain at the start, but anything can happen later on. It's Mikey drifting there out the left-hander. It was a right-hander, but he was turning left into a right-hander, so that's how treacherous these conditions are at the moment. And down hard. To get the power down in these conditions at the minute. It's just kind of gauging the conditions really, a bit of practice for the race. More drivers drivers in the pits at the moment then, but not going to be improving at the moment, or you're going to struggle to, although the a little bit, so may have been then the one chance to see puddles forming here. It's going to make these cars very tricky to drive. Careful the puddles there, up in there in a Junkie Sport special livery there, with Smeg on the side of the car, red dwarf fence. That car's idea of a joke, with these making electronical appliances such as fridges and freezers. Video ovens. Again, an outstanding job on Junkie Sport and the livery front. Any livery he's doing, Junkie Sport is definitely your man. Out that now on the wet tyre. The guys at the front are just plodding around really. I don't know if they're waiting for the conditions to maybe ease up again to try and flying running. Now the tyres won't wear so much compared to the sort of slick tyres. Back to see that it's still raining hard. Conditions not improving. Opportunity then to have a look at the team standings, and this is the all-important piece thing. So Braun, then, as we mentioned already, pretty much guaranteed qualification then on 749 points. BWT second on 698, pretty much guaranteed as well. Rebellion currently hold P3 on 665. Looking fairly assured then, which comes down to the all-important 4 stops currently held by Halfens on 612. WRT not far behind on 597 then, so 15 points between those two teams to play for. Then One Motorsport would need a monumental week on 535. Soggy circuit. Basically, Godzilla and Mothra have had a fight. Godzilla's lost. He's sad about it, and he's bawling his eyes out. And the circuit's where that's what you come into. Good evening, one and all. And so, yes, I think I figured out what Aaron's on about. Yes, that is where Aaron Mikey is on pole provisionally, and unless his conditions ease up, I believe he's going to improve. Got blue flag there. And he did get a massive slipstream from blue flag. He made a couple of mistakes. So, sector 1 then, so let's see how he gets on. See the conditions aren't really favouring his intermediate tyres. He's understeering horrifically wide, struggling to get the car stopped. Mikey's pulled over. Blue flag, you see there, blue flag, the intermediates are just not switching on. These conditions are not favourable for the intermediates at all. So I don't think we're going to see any improvement. Let's look at Homer then. Currently P2. Just under 3.5 tenths down, 1.5 seconds slower. So, yeah, those conditions look like we're going to ease up in time. We're going to be to improve, struggling to get the power down, and we could legitimately have a Mikey pole position in GT2. Now, of course, that means he's going to be giving everybody a massive tow down the straight into turn 1 on lap 1. So whether or not he'll still be leading at turn 1 is a different matter, but now obviously the less spray you can have, the better. So he'll be to stay out in front if he can. We could be seeing just some Mikey pole position here. Our pole position is just, well, where are you going to start? A long race ahead of us. now pretty much just an extended practice session here because there's not really looking. You can see some of the puddles there, really struggling. To watch out those. Now, there is the option that there is the chance that the circuit can dry out later on, which will then present a different opportunity. Oh, good evening, Just Jones. Well, Colombian Josie is in the chat. Good evening. Hopefully, yes, unfortunately GT3 stream, or GT3 races rather, were ruined by PlayStation Network deciding to soil itself last night, so disappointed there. So it was going up quite nicely. One more week of GT3 action to go as well. Dragon Trail Seaside for the final week. Getting to the final seconds then, so these will probably be the final laps. Last chance for anybody to improve, but the conditions aren't looking like they're going to be better, so I think the grid is pretty much set. But seeing how wet the circuit's got, might the likes of Mikey, Homer, Oblivion, Marley, Blue Flag, who were all on the intermediates, be regretting their decision after a couple of laps. The circuits like this, the intermediates, we can see how the guys on the wets are struggling here. The intermediates are going to be even worse, so to think about. Unfortunately, I'm pineless tonight. It is Mr. Pine Senior's birthday, so good evening, Mr. Pine Senior. So unfortunately, you are just stuck with me tonight. So there's a lot of love for Pine. I think my commentary. We'll have him back again soon. Tonight. Laps then. Underway. Looks like, legitimately, Mikey is on pole position. Switch back still on a lap. Improving. And 2 tenths slower than Pagani, but he's 1.3 seconds slower than Mikey. You can see how careful he's having to be there out of the hairpin. That's just how the conditions here are absolutely terrible. Struggling to get the power down a straight line. Even with traction control on, these cars fighting at the rear end. And then it's respite in the tunnel. No, 2:33 as he crosses the line. He's done. It looks like we have a legitimate Mikey pole. There then, Mikey is on pole. Who had that on their betting sheet for tonight? Because we don't like that. Of course, we're completely impartial here at FTRL, but my voodoo doll for Blue Flag and Mikey is at the ready. I will be jamming those anytime now. Also got a hex I'm going to put on them, and yeah, there we go then. So, qualifying results, Mikey on pole. Who had that down to the night end? Homer will join him on the front row, and his teammate Oblivion then P3, so it's almost like Rom is still here then. Great job from the Rebellion boys. Marley then qualifying P4, excellent job from him. Blue Flag starts P5 alongside soon to be perhaps champion of GT3, Jadon. He starts P6, good qualifying from him. Switchback then we'll start P7 with Joker P8. And then Odon starting P9, and Bradley is P10. Who are we missing today? Are we missing both One Motorsport boys? No. I just spotted that. Only the 10 and tonight. That's a big shame. Here we go. And that one qualifying lap that Mike got in those semi-okay conditions then proved to be the difference. Bit of slipstream from his teammate as well. Very helpful for him. And Mikey claims his first ever GT2 pole, I believe. If anybody in the facts department can tell me otherwise. Maybe I'm doing it a disservice. How long will it last though? Let's get the next prediction in. How long do we think he's going to stay in front? Yes, that is more than likely Paul, yes. So the countdown is on then for the final round of GT2 as a standalone. This is their last chance then for points towards that all-important total. Mikey on pole. Homer alongside him. Oblivion as well. Repping GT3. Great job from him there. We've got 3 GT3 drivers in tonight. Jadon and Odon as well. Counting us then. So prediction in the chats then, everybody. Who do we think is going to win this one? I'm going to go for Oven. Because why not? Oven for the win. Joker for second. Indeed, Biggles in the chat. Good evening, Biggles. Let's go Rebellion. Excellent qualifying. Indeed, it is second and third there for those boys. And here we go then. The countdown has begun. And of course the cars will be starting in that tunnel, so the track will be dry. And it should be back into sort of those intermediate conditions at the start. Oh, great, don't worry. Here we go then. Final race of the GT2 season. Got 5 red lights. And the race is go. Oh, somebody's got a bad start. It's Oven has not moved off the line. Did he jump the start? I think he might have. Mikey then leading away. The Rebellion cars took into the slipstream with each other. And we got the train starting to form as they come out of the tunnel and into the wet for the first time. The Rebellion boys already working together to bump draft past. Mikey's lead's already over. Homer leads. Cuts across though. Here comes Marley trying to get in the middle as well. Here goes Blue Flag. They're 2 by 2. But Homer's going to lead us into turn 1 for the first time. I'll skate around the corner. Mikey hangs on to second, then Blue Flag's up to 4th. Alongside Marley still. Going for the inside then. Going to the wall. Mikey to the wall as well. Down to 3rd as Blue Flag comes by. Switchback's up there. Switchback's had a really good start. Up to 3rd he goes. Around the outside of Mikey. But it's Homer then who leads. Using the slipstream. He's then away. He's on the wet tyre. Everybody looks to be on the wet tyre. Marley on the intermediates. It's a brave call. Joker's then behind him in 7th. And Brad, Odon and Jadon's caught the back of the train already, then having jumped the start. No, it is Homer leading the way as he clips the wall again. Just trying to get those tyres switched on. He's off a nice lead of a second already. Blue Flag and Switchback. Second and third. The championship protagonists. Mikey still up in 4th, going well so far. Oblivion in 5th then, so haven't got that good start. Abandoned by his teammate. Shuffle back then, but still a good start so far. Joker behind him in 6th, then has head down to the hairpin for the first time. Closing down on Homer then. Who's that probably to the inside? It's Oblivion. Trying to go 3 wide, are they? Oblivion up the inside of Mikey. Switch back around the outside. Joker now making a move around the outside of Oblivion, who's got a big twitch there. Trying to get the power down. Hangs on, they're side by side, dropping back into the slipstream then. is away and going again. Over a second, so he's not going to be giving any slipstream. Here comes Switchback, but Mikey right behind his team, but then trying to push him. Where does Oblivion go? Is he going to work with Switchback? He is. We've got 2x2. Down the straight again, and they are going to be closing on Homer the whole time because he's not got any slipstream. Bump drafting will help them. They are closing. Switchback's up to second. Blue Flag's down to fourth. It's that inside train. As Oblivion goes second. And it's a Rebellion 1-2 in the wall. That was Mikey, the Switchback as well. Oh, cars, well, lots of cars in the wall. In turn one. Rom in the chat, good evening Rom. His replacement for the night, P2. It's a 1-2 for Rebellion then. So Oblivion, who was 5th coming out of the hairpin at the end of lap 1, starts lap 2, up in P2. As the slipstream effect, then Joker's up to 5th, then he made a move on Mikey there. Good job from him. Marley on his intermediate tyres is just struggling a little bit. Oh, look at that bar on the left hand. Oh, Mikey's in the wall. Oh, so he's Odon. Now, if you have a look at the wetness of the circuit then, let's have a look at that bar on the left-hand side. As Oven goes up the inside of Mikey. Ooh, contact there in the wall. And you're getting duffed up then. A minute then, it's kind of in the middle, so its intermediates are okay, but Marley just struggling to get those tyres switched on. It's Joker and Blue Flag then. And this is one of the key battles then. WRT versus Halfords. Oh, the Joker very, very sideways. Let's get the power down then. This is the battle for that final and all-important P4. So at the minute, Rebellion, who are at P3, would pretty much confirm themselves with a 1-2 in this. If they can hang on to it then, Rebellion, they're trying to get the power down. Now these two are both now out of slipstream range. Oh, flips the wall. Oh, Blue Flag in the wall hard. Bread goes through. Was there contact there? Marley's through, Odon's through. Joker did wait up, so there might have been contact there between Blue Flag and Joker. Marley there, just a bit of contact with Oven. This is only lap 2. There's so much actually going on, and we're only on lap 2. So big shuffle in the order then up front. Homer and Oblivion Element pulling away now. They're nearly 2 seconds clear of the field. Oblivion in the slipstream of Homer. Switchback and Bread now, so Braun up to third and fourth, working together. Then Ovens up to 5th, and having jumped the start, has now carved his way through half the field. Mikey behind him, and then Marley has Blue Flag and Joker. Whatever happened between them at the hairpin. Joker wide. Ooh, Mikey's having a big old twitch. Marley trying to go around the outside of him. Into the wall he goes. Blue Flag arrives with nowhere to go. Mikey lets his teammate go. Meanwhile, Joker's back on the inside. Blue Flag drops back in behind him. Yeah, Derek pointing out now the conditions you can see now, almost up that second line. That means it's almost full wet conditions, which means Marley's going to be the one struggling. At the minute, he's okay. He's now been a little bit of a cork in the bottle here. Oh, Joker's full on sideways. Oh, that's Oven in the wall. Oven in the wall. And back down to P10 for Oven then, big shame. At the minute then, Homer is looking absolutely supreme in these conditions then. Seconds and Homer is off and running. He's been saying in the chat there, clear air is so important for keeping your tyre temperatures up. You can see there Oblivion just struggling to get around the hairpin. So Joker trying to go the long way around Blue Flag. These two side by side again. Again there's contact with both. Blue Flag in the walls. He tries to get the power down, that little kink there. Joker in the slipstream. Long way to go though in this one. Putting out fuel is going to be the key factor in this one then. Bread, who was running P4, down in P9 then, so he's caught a puddle somewhere as well. Owen's possibly had another spin somewhere. A little bit wrong for Owen, but meanwhile up front, Homer romping clear. 5 seconds. Oblivion 2 seconds clear of Switchback. Marley. Two Halfords cars ganging up on Joker into turn 1. Contact with the wall from Joker. Look at the inside. Now Marley's the one starting to struggle. There goes Blue Flag around the outside of him through the S's. Marley's just really struggling for grip at this stage on those tyres. We can't see. Oh, Blue Flag's very sideways. Very sideways. Gathers it up though. Oh, Joker's sideways again into the wall. Contact. Mikey's at the inside of him. Joker's just check over for webbed feet. Yeah, possibly. It might even be a jet ski under there, to be honest. Just put a shell over it because he is absolutely flying in these conditions. Oblivion doing well in P2, although Switchback is now just closing down on him a little bit. Blue Flag in 4th, Marley in 5th, still hanging on. All the big puddles, all that standing water, that's going to be very treacherous for these cars. Even on the wet tyres, Mikey down the inside of Marley. Can he get it stopped at the hairpin though? He can. Marley they're going for a switch back. Mikey has a big twitch trying to get the power down. Oh, sideways again. Joker having a twitch as he tries to get the power down. Bread sideways in the background as well. They're all going off. Owen doing well then in P8 at the minute, right on the back of the train still, so despite a late call up, filling in for Derek tonight, doing a really good job. Bread though looking to make a move to take away P8, they're side by side. A bit of work to do, still a long way to go. Just keep your head down, mate. That's still in this one. We'll see now any mistakes can be made. One though by the leader. Well, Oblivion has pulled away again from Switchback in that battle over P2. Trying to get the inside of Marley, he's gone a little bit deep at turn 1. Joker's back with him as well. Marley must be right on the raggedy edge on those tyres in these conditions. He's right at the cusp, then this is when the intermediate tyres are going to be struggling. It's kind of in 3 parts, so the bottom sector, if it's in that one, then you can pretty much get away with slick tyres up to the very top of it, at which point you want to be on the intermediates. And once you get to the top line, it's pretty much wet conditions. You can see all the big puddles. Oh, Blue Flag! Oh, Blue Flag! It's around! In a straight line, that's how dangerous it is. Puddles. Standing water catches him out, and he spins out of P4 down to P9. Providing the inters can still be quick, especially the high speed and braking, mainly traction zones is where he's losing out. Good evening, Witchell as well. PWC man. We're bidding to wrap up the GT1 driver's title tomorrow at the Nordschleife. Up front though, Homer. That is like Rom's not still here. Driving off supremely into the distance at the moment. Switch back again, closing down on Oblivion. However, Oblivion's getting a really good launch out of that final hairpin and pulling away again, but the trade is P4 backwards at the minute. Marley's 4th, Joker sideways, Mikey sideways as well, clipping the wall. Owen going really well as well, P7 now on the back of them as well, bringing Bread with him. Blue Flag trying to claw his way back onto the tail. Mikey trying to make a move on Joker, but Joker's got the slipstream. Marley pulling him along. And this is going to see the slipstream effect then. Joker then arriving at speed. Where does Marley go? Marley stays to the inside. Oh, I think Joker hit the back of him there. Mikey's going to push Marley along and push himself through. Joker they just missed time. He's pulling out. Hey. Mikey's missed time. He's pulling out a couple of times as well, and that's why he's got a couple of kids. Joker around the outside of Mikey at the turn 1. Great move there from him. Marley then sketchy on the power. Joker trying to go the outside of him. I think it's contact there into the wall. Oh, Marley spins off. Oh, shame for Marley. He was doing really well to hang on there, but I think the conditions just are not suiting those intermediate tyres now. But look at Owen in P6 there, taking over his mantles. Mikey trying to get alongside Joker through the S's. Joker cuts the nose off. Really good job so far. Oh, Joker sideways, Mikey sideways as well. Wow, this is where we saw Blue Flag lose it a lap ago. So some big standing water there. Blue Flag you can see on the back of this train again. Now he's caught back up again. Battling back. Now 5 cars long. Ooh, in the background there was that red going in the wall. It was Owen in the wall. Oh, then recovering after his spin. Hoping this track dries up a little bit, comes back to him. And then also just really getting back into touch with people. Look at this lead now, nearly 10 seconds. Homer is absolutely gone. He's checked out. Oblivion there. See, Oblivion, the switchback will close at him on that hairpin, but Oblivion's getting such a good exit out of that hairpin. That gap's gone up by a second since the hairpin, and he's just pulling away all the way down the straight. So, outstanding job from Oblivion here. Second in GT3. Leading his GT3 rival, Owen, who's down P10 after a spin. Oblivion, meanwhile, is away and running the front. Trying to chase down his teammate, or his teammate is long gone. This drive from Homer kind of reminds of the season we did where me and Kyle, or SFD Racing KCD, as he's actually now, his game attack, were in the GTRs in a 4-wheel drive car against everybody else in 2-wheel drive cars, and we just pissed off at the front is the nicest way I could put it. And this is almost as dominant, but he's in exactly the same car, so this is even better drive from Homer. He's not got a superior car, he's just got superior ability in these conditions, apparently. Homer doing a brilliant job so far. Very comfortable lead then. Let's look at this battle pack then for P4. Joker still at the head of it, Bradley behind him, and Blue Flag now back ahead of Mikey. Owen still on the back of this as well, doing a really good job. And Jadon closing together. We're trying to get back into this fight. Homer just been absolutely. Look at these lap times. He did 2:12 on that first lap where the conditions were at their best, shall we say. And then 2:15.2, 2:15.7, 2:15.6, 2:15.3. That is super consistent from Homer. He is driving brilliantly at this stage of the race. Oblivion doing a really good job in P2, switchback, keeping him honest. Able to mount a fight. Meanwhile, Joker now just starting to edge clear. A little bit of bread, although everybody's still very much in touch in this group. Tina up there. So Mikey getting a really good run around the hairpin. Closing back onto the back of his teammate there. Those two will be trying to work together. You can see that Marley and Owen and Jadon are getting back in touch. You can see like how bad the spray is there as the cars come by. Almost blanks the screen out. So we are now at 1/3 race distance. Here is your race leader by an absolute soggy country mile. He's in the wall. 2:16s last time, so a slightly pedestrian lap there from home. I've been complimenting his consistency, and he's gone and blown it. So, but he's leading by nearly 12 seconds, so I think we can let him go. But it is not 12 seconds, so yep, that is fine. I'm not going to pass comment on Homer. He's doing an outstanding job at this stage of the race. Blue Flag and Mikey have passed Bread. What has happened to Bread? Bread's had a moment. Down to P10 goes Bread. So everybody moving up a position there. Blue Flag, Mikey, Odon, Marley and Jadon all up one. This is seconds and still right on the edge of treacherous again. Marley doing a really good job on those intermediate tyres. He's the only one on the intermediates. Let's just check that. Not telling porkies. Yep, he's the only one on the intermediate tyre and he's hanging on nicely. Now, Oblivion has the fastest lap of the race, so despite having not driven this car at all this season, this is his first time debutising in GT2. Switchback seems to be a little bit better through this part of the circuit. He's closed that gap right down there, so I don't know if Oblivion's just had a moment as Joker has a twitch in the background. The track conditions about the same, but Switchback is now closer. Oblivion then comes to the inside. It's just part of his strategy. You can see him there going wide and then sort of squaring it off. Pulls away, so yeah, I don't know if that's part of why Oblivion's been getting such a good launch at the corner. You can see like he's out of slipstream range already and he's just pulling away now all the way down the straight, look. Just squaring that corner off. There's Jadon making a couple of moves then. So Jadon up to 7th, he's gone past both the BWT cars. Jadon getting back into the mixer. A good start and a spin. Coming back though, that's why he's leading GT3. Again, but still comfortably in the lead. Yeah, I think Oblivion had a moment on that lap. He did a 2:18.3, so I think he's had a drama somewhere. Quarter puddle. Oh, big twitch there. Very big twitch there from Oblivion Element. These conditions, there's a couple of puddles now, just starting to catch people out. As SPY just pointed out, yeah, I think blue flag should pretty much wrap up. Title bar a lag out. Drivers at the minute is battling away with Joker. Still doing a really good job as well. P6. Odon back into P7 then. He's got back ahead of Jadon. Oh, he's very sideways there though. Very sideways into the S's. Big puddles offline. Still going well. Bradley's also getting back into this then. Oh, battle on for P2. Switchback is there now, and he's starting to put pressure on Oblivion Element. And will be his second finest export. After coffee beans, of course. Not anything else. No. Switchback now then, starting to want to make a move here. It's getting racy. Just come down for the hairpin again. You can see Oblivion pretty much parks on the apex. There goes a little bit wide. Squares the corner off though, gets the car straightened up, and then he can put the power down. And you can see it's working because he's just pulling away. Switchback, he's out of slipstream range again. So it's a really good defensive move, but it's working. So now he's making himself safe, pulling away again. Caravan white guy keeps cutting out at him. It's the most British thing I've ever heard. Caravan park holiday. Well, hope you're having a good time, Derek. I'm going to be in your part of the world, not next week, but the week after. Don't ask me where, the other half. A little bit of time back into blue flag. I need this 2-3. I'll just try to catch the battle for P2. So look at Oblivion's lap time, 2:19 last time, 2:18 the lap before. Switchback 18 as well. Joke with the 17. So yeah, he's coming. Podium is very much not decided. Well, at least the second and third steps of this podium are not decided yet. If you look at the map, everybody apart from Homer are quite close together still. So we've got Oblivion is 17 seconds off the lead now. And Marley's 25, so there's 8 seconds between 2nd and 10th. And there's 17 between 1st and 2nd, so that is the difference at the minute. Marley now finds himself at the back of the train, just ahead of behind Odon. Into the wall as well. Bradley's back up to 8th, Odon's 7th. We've got 3 seconds up then to the 2 Halfords cars as blue flag taps the wall. See, these conditions are not getting any better. Now who's that on the red line of first? Mikey. Starting to... and pitters soon. Yeah, I think so. Now, Mikey, interestingly, there was 2.5 seconds up on his best time. So I wonder if the track's just starting to dry out a little bit. Oh, switchback's around. Switchback is around. P3 in the middle of the track. Oh, switchback. That's not a place to park. You can't park there, sir. Can't park there, sir. It's all gone for switchback. He's doing a really good job in P2. Closing on Oblivion. He's thrown it away. So switchback throws the podium away in Oblivion now. He is also on the cusp of fuel. Are we going to see him pit this time? Yeah, are we going to see some two-stoppers here? What's Oblivion going to do? Is he in? He is, so Oblivion pits. Joker carries on. Blue flag is in. So he's been pushing hard as well. Mikey's in. Red's in, Marley's in, Odon's in. Switchback, what does he do? He's still got some fuel left, so he's going to try and push on for lap 12. Try and make this a one-stop race. Homer then's just tipped over onto the red line. Joker meanwhile doing a really good job. Joker here in a fuel position is definitely the best out of everybody. Doing a really good job. His lap times have been solid as well. So Joker throwing himself in here. So Homer's now on the red line. We'll have enough to get around this lap. That's a good point. Is anybody changing tyres? So Mikey's on fresh tyres. Mikey's onto the intermediates, interestingly. Blue flag also onto the intermediates now. So the track does appear to be evolving slightly. It looks like the rain has stopped. Yeah, and you can see that bar is now starting to go down then. So does now look like the track is evolving. Everybody coming back out on intermediate tyres apart from Odon, who's back out on the wets. But you can see, look at that racing line. Look at how dry that track is now. That track is drying rapidly. That's nearly in the slick. That's nearly in the softs. A very narrow line. You can see the track's still a little bit wet, but look where the bar is now. It's almost in that bottom sector. We could be very nearly ready for slicks. Now has Homer got enough fuel, or is he going round again? He's in. Race leader is in. Yeah, it looks like Joker, if he could do one more lap, he might be able to do this on one stop. But now what's the track doing? What is the track doing? Is he going to be able to make it to soft tyres? So we're in the tunnel now. So look at who's back. So Mikey's now in third, ahead of his teammate, but the track it's still just in that intermediate bracket. It's just in that bracket, but you can see that there's a noticeable dry line, or drying line. Still very grey overhead, but that's a nearly dry line now. And what's Homer come back on? Homer's on the intermediate tyre. Now the thing is about him, he has such a massive lead that he could afford to make his stop, and then if the track dries out in a couple of laps, pit again, and he'll probably still be in the lead. Now it's now all about Joker really. So Joker's now on the red line, but he's at half race distance. Now this could be key. But what's the track doing? Still not quite there. Wet tyres, I think they're going to start to be cooking. And start finding the wet patches. Radon's up to 6th now then. Chasing down Oblivion then, so Oblivion, having been in P2, finds himself down P5 after his stop. But the track, you see, it's right on that cusp. It is right on that cusp, but if you go offline, look how wet it still is. So it's on that line now. It's on that line. The racing line is now right on the cusp of slick tyres. So what's Joker going to do? You can see there, it's now under that bar. Now another lap. It's going to be right on. You can see the lap time now. Look at how much faster he is. He's 3 seconds up on the fastest lap time. What is he going to do tyre-wise? What is he going to do tyre-wise? This would be critical then. Because Homer's looking for the wet pits of the track already. I reckon he's going to do 8 laps on the softs. What tyre is Joker going to come out on? Let's keep an eye on the board. Fuel is going in. On the Halfords cars. Joker's still putting fuel in. You can see noticeably Blue Flag and Mikey have not filled the tank. What's Joker out? Oh, he's out on wets. He hasn't changed tyres. Joker has not changed tyres. Is that right? Good evening, Peteman. Surely Joker meant to change tyres there. That's surely a mistake. Oh no, has he missed the button? Or is he just going to dive in for tyres and tyres only as the circuit dries? It's just under that bar. So if you're on the racing line, it's nearly there. You can see now that's now under that bar. So if you could the slick on the soft tyres, I think you could probably just about stay on that dry line. So a couple of weeks ago when it was the GT1 wet race at Autopolis, I pitted just as the circuit was pretty much at this stage, and I went onto the soft tyres because I figured in my mind on the soft tyre, even though it was a long way to go and I'd need to stop again, I'd stick to the racing line better. Confidence in the chat saying it might rain again. So it's still overcast. Wise choice, we shall see. Well, more pit stops are due then, because some people have definitely got to stop again. Joker, at least in terms of fuel, should be good to the end. There he is on the right hand side of the screen coming down the hill. Battle is over, now 4th. So fighting his way forward, sideways there though. Shout out to Mikey up in P3. Doing really well. Blue Flag's in. Now what's Blue Flag doing? Blue Flag stopping early. Is this going to be slick tyres? Let's have a look. Keep an eye on the board. Oh man, he's gone straight under the hairpin as we come to him. Oh dear. That misdemeanor will not stay secret. This track is now dry. That racing line is dry. Look at that dry line now. You can see Homer going for the wet bits of the circuit. Well, if anything, those wet bits are probably too wet for his intermediate tyre. Blue Flag is out on soft tyres. Blue Flag's on the softs. He's gone for it. He must be confident then it's not going to rain again. So he's the first to make the switch. What do the race leaders do? This track is evolving now. All the time you can see it's a little bit brighter. It's definitely looking brighter. And we're still going for the wet bits of the track just to look after those intermediate tyres. We've still got 10.5 laps to go. You can see him there going out there getting some water on those tyres just to keep them cool. You can see how much the wear is already showing. And that's probably much more wear than he had in the whole first stint of the race. It is such a good watch. I love a tactical battle. It's just that it's a nice element, isn't it? Because rather than just a straightforward race, definitely adds something. So Homer now leads by 20 seconds. Mikey in P2 on pace alone. Did a really good job there. Gets a little bit deep there, but looking for some water perhaps for his tyres. Oven up to P3. He's had an eventful race. Very much in the mixer still. You can see a lot of these guys are short fueled. They're expecting another stop. It's Joker who is the outlier, so he's stuck with the wet tyre. He's looking for some water for those tyres, really. He's banking on it raining again, I think. Anybody else in the pits? No. Everybody's carrying on. Blue flag. Let's have a look at his lap times now then. See how much the lap times have fallen up. 2:04. We were doing 2:16s earlier, down to 2:04. Blue flag. Now then, let's look at the first flying lap. On the slick tyre in the pits comes Odon. What's he going for? He's going to make a move to the slicks. There he goes. He's in intermediates now. Marley now on the softs as well. So Marley's pitted. And you can see now that's now dry. That circuit is now dry. Look, that racing line is dry. If you're on the racing line, there is no wetness now. Sun is out, the circuit is drying. And that's clearing up as well. Clouds of this. Oh, in the wall, who was that? Switch back, Bread. It was Bread. Another one's had an eventful race, but has come back to the fore. The pit stop cycle. Blue flag now is absolutely flying. Purple by 1.5 seconds. The racing line is now dry. Oh, Marley's around. Further back. The battle is starting to develop for P2 then. Mikey hanging on, but Oven is closing. Oblivion's coming as well. And Bread, that is Mikey's been backed as a GT3 in GT2 battle. The top 4 in GT3. Second, third, fourth and fifth in G2. Mikey pits from P2. Is this going to be for slick tyres? I think so. You're going in as well. Blue flag now 2:01.9. On that lap, so blue flag now has the fastest lap. He's the fastest man on track. He's caught Joker and switchback. He's not on that racing line. See there, he's on the inside, so he's not on the racing line, which means that his tyres are on a wet part of track, and that's not where he wants to be. However, when he's on the dry part, he's got so much more grip. And through he goes, but into the wall, 'cause he's on a wet bit again. Sun is out. Sun's very definitely out now. Side by side with Joker. He might be going to the slicks. He did. What's Homer going to do then? Well, that's 16 to 24. He's still going for the wet parts of the track, but the minute you'd imagine that Homer should just pit, because if he needs a bit of fuel anyway. The track is now dry. Got a massive lead, so he'll probably come out in the lead, if not far off it. Joker, I think, needs to pit here. Just for tyres. If he's got the fuel, just go for tyres. And carries on. See Oblivion looking for wet parts of the track now as well. Oven as well, trying to find some spray. There's a little bit of water. That racing line now, though, is very developed. I think the time to make the move to switch over is now. Unless they can see obviously the radar. Maybe it's got the radar open so we can't see what the weather is doing. Oh, what's happened to blue flag? Blue flag's been off somewhere because he's dropped back again. What about Joker's tyres? Personal best, that's 7 seconds slower than blue flag's fastest lap, so the soft tyres are very much the ones to be on right now. He's drying. Oh, Oven, no. Round goes Oven again. A little bit tail happy there, that left rear tyre's a little bit frazzled. Gets on the power too early, spins out of P2. Back on his way again. You can see how quickly Blue Flag has caught back up to Joker, who is now just struggling on a cooked set of tyres. With the sun shining, you just feel like now is the time to make the move to slicks. Anybody who's not on slicks should be diving into the pits really now. And we're doing a really good job there trying to get some water on those tyres and the few wet bits of the circuit. You can see now the racing line, look, is just dry. So he's going wherever he can to find some wet parts of the track just to keep his tyres cool, but with such a big lead, Homer could pit here and still come out in the lead, so this is Homer's race to lose really. He's 4 seconds off the ultimate pace, or 3.5 seconds off the ultimate pace of Blue Flag. Like I said, there was that treacherous line, I think. Is he in this time? No, he's going to carry on again. So 1-2 again for Rebellion. Oh, contact there though. Wide line, Bread trying to get up the inside. Bread turns him sideways. I think Bloom was very happy with that. Through he goes again. Bread lets him go by. These guys continue on their way. Oh, are they? No, they're on the way. So they've gone past the pit lane already. Now Mikey slipped back. No, Mikey wasn't there anyway, so Blue Flag's got caught and passed. Switched back again. Joker was in for slicks. A little bit late though. This one's intermediates. I can only think there's rain on the radar. Ooh, it's got a little bit dark again. It has got darker, the sun's gone. Maybe. We're going to see another twist then. There, the sun's gone. It's just a little bit darker again. Is there more rain on the way? It might explain why the likes of Homer is still going. Alpha P2 races on. Oblivion leading Bredley, leading Oven, Jadon. Now on the red line of fuel. He'll be in probably this lap. He might have one more lap in the tank, but that left rear tyre is looking very second hand, and they have been caught very, very quickly by Blue Flag. Just on those soft tyres. Blue Flag is taken out of these three. So Oblivion's fine on fuel for now. Bread's getting close. Oven's on the red line, so I might see turquoise, white and black car peel off here. There he is. Fresh tyres coming his way. What's he going to go for? Switchback's in as well. Grey again, and he's getting grey again. Are we going to see some rain start to fall on board? No rain falling at the moment. What are Jadon and Switchback going to come out on? Jadon's back out on the intermediates. Again, that suggests that rain's coming. Intermediates as well for Switchback. I think there's more rain due. Battle then. Bread ahead of Oblivion now, and Blue Flag has caught them. Blue Flag then very easily just gets down the inside. No rain apparently in the chat. Minute, I don't see it. Blue Flag making a move for P2. Homer then, is he going to peel up? Homer's going to be in this time. saying rain, it should be raining. I don't see any. Not yet, anyway. On the windscreen. Weather is going though. Blue flag at the minute. Time's dropped up a little bit. You have had a bit of traffic on this lap though, so what's he going to do? He'll carry on. Still, he's in. Blue flag then picked on P2. What's he going on to? Which with the intermediates they're all saying. Homer's on the wets, interestingly. That must be something big coming then. Here comes Oblivion. He's going to drag past his teammate for the first time tonight. He leads. What's that rain? There's rain on that windscreen again. It's spitting with rain again. Here it comes then. Homer's gone to the wet tyre. Just suggests it's going to be a quite heavy downpour. Yeah, we've got rain falling again then. In fact, you can see already the racing line is getting wet. So yeah, it's raining again. Oblivion's left for a tyre. That thing's gone. So Oblivion will be in this time around just for new tyres. Because that thing is going to be horrible. Yeah, you can see the rain starting to fall again now. The running order then, Oblivion now is currently race leader. He's due a pit stop. Homer then just behind him. Blue flag is running third. Joker is fourth. Orbit is fifth. Mikey is sixth. There's that battle for P4 in the standings. Very finely poised then. All four cars together. Third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Red there right behind Mikey as well, and switchback as well. The two Brawn cars, could they play a part in this one yet? Odon's pitting for a fresh set of intermediates. Down the straight as well, having just pitted, so both BWT cars back onto wet weather tyres. Oblivion's going to be in this time around, just for, mostly for tyres. They need some fuel as well, but that left rear tyre looking very, very second hand. See now, look at the wet weather. That is nearly at that second line again. And he's going to push Oblivion down the straight then. Oblivion should peel off to the left. He's carrying on. You brave SOB. They make him hard in Colombia apparently. Left rear tyre looks very, very second hand. And he's on his last legs of fuel. I hope it's just going to push him along. Now he pops out the slipstream. Mikey's got ahead of Odon then, Jadon's had a moment somewhere. And you can see the speed that Bread's closing. He's an almighty yeet. He's had a moment somewhere. Slip back behind Mikey. I don't want that. Totally. It is raining and raining hard. 21 then of 24 then. 4 to go, including the one they're on. And Homer then back in the lead of the race. Doing an absolutely superb job. Interesting strategies then. So the likes of Homer's just romped away with this one, so Homer's strategy is kind of irrelevant here. So you look at a blue flag bit. It's a blue flag. Didn't ask electrician. So blue flag of course started on the intermediate, started on the wets, pitted early, went onto the softs. No, he went to the intermediates, didn't he? Then he pitted again for the softs. Use those soft tyres because of the speed difference. That's a good point, actually. I don't know, Chubb. You'd have to ask Aaron that one, to be honest. Aaron, do Oblivion's points count towards Rom's overall driver score? Because that would make a complete change, wouldn't it? Look at how much Hope has pulled away on this lap. Oblivion's gone round again. Oblivion, man, pit! Has Oblivion lost his mind? Is Oblivion going to run out of fuel? Number one, that tyre's dead. You've got 3 laps to go, and you're on the flashing... Oh my god. Well, I hope he's looking at his fuel gauge. Bradley and Switchback then, so both the Brawn cars. One past Jadon. Jadon, another sluggish lap he has. Another moment summer for Jadon on this lap. BWT cars fighting over P9 together. Up front then. Drifting his way around. And when Oblivion pits finally, give him a very comfortable lead once again. I mean, he's got a comfortable lead anyway. He's pulled 15 seconds on him in 2 laps, 1.5 laps. Oh, Oblivion sideways, just chewing what's left of that left rear tyre up. Oh my god, that's the tiniest little... He's on fumes. Oblivion is on fumes. Please pit this time. He's 12 seconds down on his fastest lap, although the weather conditions have changed dramatically. It's a little bit earlier. Joker's twitching all over the place, and Mikey's closing in. Then, so confirmed Bomb, the man in charge. Rom will get Oblivion's points. It's not a done deal that Blue Flag wins. Oblivion. Oh, he's out of fuel. Oblivion's out of fuel. It's happened then out of the final corner. It happened to be on Monday at about, well, I was coming down this ramp. And Blue Flag would love to see that, so through goes Blue Flag. Joker's going to come past as well. There's Oblivion's sluggish moving car. Down the hill, through goes Joker. Mikey's going to go through as well. He's nearly there. He's nearly there, but here comes Bread. Oh, Switchback's had a drama now. He's dropped back a couple of places. Bread goes past Oblivion as well. Oblivion crawling into the pit lane. Oblivion goes through. Oblivion makes it finally. Ah, no. Rob seeing his title slip away. Oblivion went 1 lap too many. It was brave. It was a brave. It was a bold strategy, Cotton. And it's not worked out for him. Homer just showing off at this stage now, drifting around the corner. This man has been absolutely superb tonight. He's been an able teammate to Rom in the Quest for team's title in GT2. Overall, they are the best pairing. One currently first, although we'll see. I think Blue Flag is going to snatch it from him after that misdemeanor. But this has been one of the more dominant performances we've seen in a single make series. 28 seconds is the lead as he comes around the hairpin for the penultimate time. Start the final lap. Flag comfortably in second. The battle is on though for third. Joker on those intermediate tyres. The wet weather conditions are a little bit heavy for them, and Mikey behind him is on the wet and closing. Shout out to Mikey in this one as well. Oh, Joker's a tank slapper there. And Mikey's closing. He's got 1 lap and he's got 1.5 seconds to close for the final step of the podium. The guys on the intermediate, so Ovens, another one there on the intermediate tyres, are both WRT cars on the wrong tyres at this stage of the race, but when they stopped, they had to really go into the intermediate. Oh, Mikey has a snap there as he tries to get the power down. Joker's slip and sliding around as well. Mikey there, just a little bit eager on the power. He's cost himself 1.3 seconds. Joker running away. He'll be happy in the tunnel. Final lap then. Oh, swing back to the wall. Let's just admire this man's drive. Let's have a point system then for the endurance races. So it's 40 points for a win. Homer's going to wrap up in a few corners time. Blue flag second is likely to score 35. So to stop him, Oblivion would need to be fourth. Fourth is currently Mikey. So Oblivion then, yeah, that's where he need to finish for Rom to win. So it looks like Blue flag's going to wrap up the driver's title. Wrapping up this race out of the hairpin for the final time. It has been one of the most dominant performances we have ever seen from anybody across GT1, GT2 and GT3. Homer is going to win this one. A single make series race by 30 seconds. I believe he's won a race already this season, but this is definitely the best. Home wins in Tokyo. Blue flag out of the hairpin. For the final time then, he'll wrap up the GT2 driver's title. Into the tunnel he comes then. Blue flag gets P2. And Joker hold off Mikey, he can. Mikey is closing, but into the tunnel. There we go. Whether they're no longer playing its part, then Joker wraps up a great P3 from him. It's an adventurous drive there. Makes it all on one stop. Great drive from him. Mikey gets P4. Great drive from Mikey after that pole position. Bread's going to come in P5. Oven will take P6. So a drive from him. Switchback. Going to come in P7. I think he'll be a little bit disappointed. He's been forward and backwards in this race. Conditions were treacherous. A couple of times. It's P7 for switchback. Oblivion has filled in amicably. Great drive from him tonight there. Just, I mean, to be fair, Rom, you've got a history of running out of fuel as well, so you can't really talk. I think he's the perfect replacement for you there. Running out of fuel. That's the most wrong way to lose a title, I think. The most wrong way or the most thrown way to do it, either or. Marley then, who started early on, maybe on the wrong tyres at the first part of the race, did a really good job on those intermediates. He's going to come home P9. Great job in qualifying. There were too many dramas in the race. Here's P9 for him. Points on the board. And another one who's made a very good account of himself tonight. Dropped away a little bit at the end there, but still a superb job from Owen, stepping in at the last minute. You're damn right, Rob, you're damn right. Then he comes over P10, sees the flag. Great job there from him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and anybody else, however you identify, is the end of GT2 for season 21. It's duffs all round for Homer. He is victorious here in dominant fashion in the wet throngs of Tokyo. And there then is the final result then. So Homer is victorious by 31.2 seconds. What a dominant victory that is. A great drive from him. And that should all but assure Rebellion a place in the grand final. Blue flag then wraps up the GT2 driver's title with P2 there. Great job from him. Joker comes home P3. Excellent job from him there at the end, holding off the charging Mikey. Started on pole, finishes P4. Is this a new Mike? A new turned a new leaf over? Perhaps. Will we see him in the grand final next week? Well, we'll find out after tomorrow. Brady P5 then. He had a very eventful race. Solid job from him P5. Oven comes home P6. Another one who had a very eventful race there. Switch track P7. I think I'd be a little bit disappointed with that, but still solid points for Braun, which I think now confirms them as through. Oblivion there, star of a majority of that race there. We're running out of fuel just a couple of laps from home. Meant he missed out on what could have been a much better result there. Maybe he could have even had a podium or around about the top 5, definitely there on the table for Oblivion. Fortunately there, just miscalculated his fuel. And then rounding off the finishes were Marley in P9 and Odon in P10. So, there we go. The GT2 have done their bit. It's down to the GT1 boys then to finish us off for this season proper. It's the final endurance race in GT1 tomorrow. We are at the Green Hell, aka the Nordschleife, for the final endurance race of GT1. Now, while it is not expected to be a wet race, the Nordschleife is a little bit of a law unto itself with its weather. I've been to the circuit. I've seen a thunderstorm come through on a quiet Wednesday evening. So anything can happen weather-wise tomorrow. So the weather could play a factor tomorrow, even though it is not guaranteed. So please do join us tomorrow then, as we wrap up the regular part of Season 21. It's the last chance then to get points on the board to qualify for the grand final, which is next week. Great night racing there. Homer, one of the best drives I've ever seen in FTRL and GT's side of things. So excellent job from him. But then, yep. So thank you everybody for being in the stream, commenting, liking. If you haven't really liked the stream, please do so before you go. And join us tomorrow at 8:30. Blue Flag and another, possibly Mikey, will be taking you through the action as the GT1 boys hit the Nordschleife. Please join us for that. But for this evening, from myself, thank you for tuning in. See you soon.